And during the start of my self-improvement journey, I used to be so dissatisfied because my journey wasn't turning out as I intended it to. I was working out, I was doing push-ups, I was doing all these different exercises. And even when I complete them, I would still feel dissatisfied about myself because I would need to do more and more and more push-ups, constantly trying to one-up my last push-up goal. I was dissatisfied with the present, and because of that, it became harder and harder for me to do better push-ups, to do better exercises. But then I discovered Bhante Varapanyo from Hamza's Discord server. And Bhante, he was an American Buddhist monk doing lectures on the server. So I decided to join one of his lectures and see what is up. And the teachings that he taught in those lectures absolutely exploded my mind because I haven't heard of these teachings before. He was telling me to prioritize my mental health, to be fulfilled and content in the present moment, to do all these things, while Hamza was telling me to become dissatisfied about myself so that I can progress better in self-improvement. And I kid you not, when I followed the Buddhist monk's advice, I excelled at self-improvement. It was the first time that my self-improvement journey skyrocketed far above the limits I had reached before. That is why in this video, I'm going to share with you the Buddha's simple guide to happiness. Now, a lot of the men in the self-improvement space propose this idea that fulfillment is outside of us, that it comes from the cars, that it comes from the woman, that it comes from the luxury, the money, the wealth, everything else. And so we try to do that. We try to get the goals, the woman, we try to get more money, more and more. But the truth is, these goals won't bring us happiness. When we get them, we move the goalpost, we move on to the next goal, and it goes on and on like that. And we never get inner peace, we never get true fulfillment. We're always running through this hamster wheel of desire and desire and desire. The red pill has all these techniques to get you the best 10 out of 10 quality woman. But when you get that quality woman, what do they always preach? They want you to get more women. And when we watch the movie of The Matrix, we see that the red pill was showing us the truth of reality, rather than the fakeness of reality. But these videos about the red pill is actually showing us the opposite of that, the blue pill, because we are looking for the cars, we're looking for the money, we're looking for everything else that is a material object. The true red pill is knowing that we can gain happiness right in the present moment. And if we understand this truth, we find that it becomes much, much easier for everything to come to us. When I started to practice mental health, when I started to practice Buddhism, that's when everything else in my life started to fall into place. That's when I had the most results in my fitness, in my social life, and it's just the beginning. But everything that we're looking for is already here in the present moment. The happiness that we get when we get a car, when we get that female, is in us, is generated by ourselves. If we want to look for it outside, we should start by looking inside of us, by finding that happiness inside of us, having an abundant mentality instead of a scarcity mindset, and all these desires that we want naturally come to us, will naturally flow, as long as we don't neglect the hard work. And also, it's because being alive is really the greatest blessing on earth. And if we fail to understand that, then we truly fail to live. If we just chase all our goals and never take a moment to stop and realize how far we've come, or how much we have in this moment, that we have 2 legs, that we have 2 arms, then we can never enjoy the things that we do get. Because imagine going outside and hearing the birds chirp every day and just smiling to yourself, thinking it's such a blessing to be alive. That's powerful. And we have all these privileges. We go inside our home and we hear the voices of our loved ones calling out to us, our parents who made us capable of enjoying all the wonders of life in the here and the now, because they raised us as children. And this is what the Buddha taught. The teaching of emptiness and signlessness. A supercar is just an object. Grass is just something, is just a label that we place on the object. But if we look deeply, grass is so far more complex than the labels that we put on it. It's so much more beautiful. Concepts don't exist. What exists is only the present moment. That is the teaching of the Buddha. And according to Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh, we are already living our dream life right here in the present moment. We don't need to go anywhere else to get our dream life. And when we can recognize that, then it becomes much, much easier for our dream life to come to us through hard work than if we were to be dissatisfied. And overall, we live a more fulfilling and content life. And you might think that contentment is being weak, being feminine. But the truth is that everyone on this earth is going to die one day. And if we fail to be content, we're basically signing a contract that we're always going to regret our life. We're never going to be happy in this world. And if we're happy in our lives, we can help even more people. We can make a better impact on the world. I didn't really script this video much except for a few bullet points right over here. Watch this video right now.